Hey, welcome to the channel. In this video we're going to try and get this 1989 F-250 running, and I know what you're thinking. It's another Vice Grip Garage wannabe, but it's actually, this truck has been hanging around my parents' property for a long time. It's switched owners a few times, and my buddy expressed interest in it, so I bought it off my dad, and I'm going to try and get it running, throw a body job on it, and he wants to buy it. So yeah, we'll get into it. Maybe I'll give you a little tour around it. So the trucks had fenders and box sides put on it at one time. Like I said, it's been sitting around for about 10 years. So the bodywork is, you got lots of surface rust and stuff, so I may strip that down. That way I know nothing's underneath the primer. No door handles here. So she's a 5-speed. I don't pretend to be a mechanic. Well, sometimes I do. Sometimes I pretend to be a mechanic. But I guess the first step would be throw battery in it, see if it turns over. So I'm doing my best not to be a Vice Grip Garage impersonator here, but he's got such a huge influence, so it's gonna be hard not to say things like, I picked this because it's got the go handle. Let's see if this will tighten up. There we go. The neighbors are planting the field, so if I get hooked by a tractor, you probably won't see the video. Turn this guy on. Oh! I hear a door buzzer. Now I don't hear a door buzzer. Where'd the door buzzer go? I'm gonna try and turn it over with the key, and we'll see what happens. I think I remember that this needs replaced, so I did buy one. Apparently the starting solenoid doesn't need replaced. Alright, so I got a test for spark now. I'm thinking, I've got this little spark tester thing. I'm just gonna make sure that there's spark coming from the coil first, and we'll go from there. Like I said, I kind of just fumble my way through these things. Ow! Okay, I didn't see spark. I did electrocute myself. I got no spark, but I got 12 volts going to the coil. No spark coming out. So to me that means that the coil's dead, but I don't know. Other thing I'm noticing, my hands smell like fire. The other thing I'm noticing, I'm not hearing a fuel pump. So I don't know if fuel pump's dead, maybe the fuse is blowing. And I also, what is it? I heard that there's a fuel shutoff on these things that sometimes kick, and also a fuel pump relay too. So I guess I'll check those. But we'll get this first. Oh, broke it. Man, all these hoses seem unnecessary. Can I get rid of those? There we go. Sure. spark. Does this thing not work? Ow! I'm so angry. Alright, I just electrocuted my dad. There's spark apparently. He says there's spark. His heart says there's spark. I should check to see if there's spark coming out of the distributor. And I also need to figure out what's going on with the fuel pump, because I'm not hearing them. And yeah, so that's what we'll do. Ready? Yep. It sparked. Yeah. Keep turning a couple more times. Yeah. It's not real bright though. All right, so I did. I checked the fuse for the fuel pump. It was blown, so I replaced it. Fuel pump's still not doing anything. So I picked up a fuel pump relay, and I'm gonna see if that does anything, and we'll go from there. Can you see what I'm doing? Yeah. I'll get you back a little bit. See my smile. So the relays are all just hanging here, so that's great. But I've heard that it's the green relay, and it's all packed with mud. So I'm assuming that's garbage. I'm gonna get a pick and get some of that mud out of this connector. There's nothing in there, so you know what? I'm sure it's fine. Okay. Now I think that's it. Seize to the inspection plate. Is that a mouse nest? Alright, I took the vacuum to the bell housing, got all that mouse nest out. I'll slap this starter back in, or a new starter. Maybe that was the issue on why that starter sounded so weak, is it was packed with mouse nest. But I used a variety of tools to get her out. Some long reach needle nose, a couple long pry tools, and just kept ramming the vacuum in there and breaking some loose and fishing it out and pulling it with the pliers, and it was just awesome. I'm gonna slap that wire on first because it looks like it's on the top. Alright, so that took a little bit longer than I was expecting. The bell housing was just packed with a mouse nest, so I got that all fished out, got the new starter on. Hopefully that turns over a little bit quicker now. I don't know if it was from the mouse nest that it would slow down the starter or what, but it's out of there now. New starter's in, so I'll give her another little go and we'll yeah, see about trying to get those fuel pumps to kick on. Ouch. Okay, this goes on this side. Here. Fuel stinks. That does not smell good. This doesn't look like the right fuel pump.
It's not the right fuel pump. That's one on. That looks like the one off the frame.
Oh my god, this woman, man. So it's the 1989 F-250 we're working on. I ended up getting it fired up, so I'm not exactly sure how much I recorded. I've got a student working with me now, so I've been kind of trying to make sure he's not gonna squish himself or something and getting other stuff done. But we got it running. I put a starter on it. I put a fuel pump, the one in the tank. I put a fuel pump in. No. Fuel pump, sending unit, new tank, fuel pump relays, the ECM relay or whatever it's called. This is nasty. I'm trying to get this pilot bearing out, so hopefully the old bread trick works.
Just left this here.
Okay.
Back of the Camaro.
Okay, thanks, Tom.
Thanks, sir.
Here it comes. There it is. Wow, that's crazy. That works very good. I don't know exactly where it will go or what footage I have of putting this truck together originally, but I've been working on getting the Demon bill sorted out, so I'm kind of running a little behind this week. But what we're going to do now, this truck is going charcoal gray with a silver insert. So the way I do that, and I would say the way most people do that, you spray the silver through the middle where you want it with a little bit of overlap, then you mask it off. That way you're only masking off the inside insert rather than have to mask off the whole car to then spray silver after the charcoal gray's on. So that's what we're doing now. Hopefully I have some other footage stored up from getting this thing going and what I did to it, and I can make something of it. But that's what we're doing. What I like to do before I start spraying is just run over everywhere I'm spraying with just the air pressure on, just to blow out any last little bit of dust. I've already hit it with a tack rag, and I wiped it down with some Final Wipe before that, but just in case there's any last little pieces on there. Okay, so that's the first coat. A little bit of blotchiness in it. Fine metallics will do that. So, but on the first coat, that's all right. I'll work on getting it laid out a little more evenly next time, next pass. And yeah, some of it, sometimes it'll look blotchy, but really it's just a little bit, as one part of it's drying, the other part's wet still. That will be the light and dark. But I can definitely see some spots where it's a little blotchy. So yeah, we'll get it next pass. I'll widen it at that fan, slow down a little bit, do a little bit more even of a pass, and get it covered up properly. So I'll bring you back. Okay, so flat forward, I've got the silver base on there. Now I've got some 1/4 inch fine line. I like using the fine line, even though it's fairly straight. You could probably get away just using regular tape. This vinyl tape doesn't bleed as much, so you're not going to get any of the next coat bleeding down into your stripe. And because we're masking off the stripe, because that color's already painted, you just tape on the inside of where you're putting the stripe. So that'll be the stripe in between those. Well, that'll be the stripe from the edge, outside edge to outside edge of the blue tape. Just tape off the inside, spray the rest of the car with your base, and then clear everything. You unmask the stripe and clear everything. It's still up. Okay, I was going to bring you back to show filling in the panel, but there's too many good songs on the radio, so I just kept taping and listening to the radio. But pretty much just what I do. I establish the line and I tape up to it. I try and use as little tape as possible because tape's expensive and it's quicker if you're not filling in little bits, and you can just put down the paper, run it up the line. Now the lock down here is holding the paper up a little bit higher, so I'm going to need to put another strip of tape there, but no big deal. So there's the panel taped in. Now I'll take a razor blade, cut it apart. I'll tape the ends in. Alright, can you see me? Oh, I'm tiny. Got my hair. I want to blow it closer. Okay, so past few videos have been a little paint heavy. I'm just gonna spray. I'm feeling good. The music's kind of keeping me going, so I'm just gonna time lapse through all like I've been doing anyways, so I can turn the music up, and I'll just cut the audio out and put some corny free song over it that YouTube provides. And that way in the future, if I'm ever making money off the videos, I'm not gonna get a copyright strike against me. So that being said, that's what I'm doing. Same as last time. Set a 5,000 RP. Everything's masked off. Yeah, I probably should turn that fan off, but I think I'm gonna leave it for right now. I'll turn it off actually. But yeah, I'm gonna start spraying. And let's turn up the music. Oh, Guns N' Roses. All right, here's the big reveal of the two-tone. So right now it's looking a lot like black and silver. This has a ton of metallic and pearl in it, so when the light hits it, it'll be like a dark charcoal. Either way, I don't mind it, but I think it'll look a little bit nicer. Get some clear on it, allow it to shine a little bit better, and also sunlight will make it pop. Yeah, looks sweet. Cool. Okay, mix up some clear. I'm gonna check it one last time, make sure there's not a strip of fine line tape on it somewhere. And then I'll shoot some clear on it, crank up the heat, and let it set up. So I've got everything set up, unmasked, what you saw. Now I'm gonna spray the clear. And the clear is gonna really make this color come alive too. So I'm excited to see it. What I like doing is spraying all the top stuff first, working my way down the car. That way I'm not leaning over to spray the hood while the side's wet, and yeah, I'm not dragging like hoses around and stuff, kind of work from the top down. So that's what I'm doing. Alright, back at it with the Ford truck. Oh, she's all painted. Look at that. So just gonna start throwing some parts on her. Sure. You see, it looks dark. My light, I broke my light, so that's awesome. So again, this truck's been off the road for a long time. It's gone through a few different owners who have bought it, thinking that they're gonna fix it up and just kind of rip it further apart. So I ended up buying it and sold it to a buddy to fix. Like, I'd fix it for him. And so I don't really know. I say all that to say I don't really know where all the parts are. I don't really know how it goes back together. I mean, most stuff, you get the headlight, you hold it up to where the headlight goes, and you'll just figure out where stuff lines up. But yeah, so I might be struggling a little bit because I didn't take this thing apart. Okay, hopefully you can see me. Rather than unplug these lights, I'm just going to try and slip it in past it.
On them, sir.
Okay.
If you want to see them. Followed wheeling some tires across the parking lot and fell right in my back.
Oh, did ya? Did it hurt?
No. I got this big coat on. I'm just concerned about my
Head?
head. Oh, peeled right off the rockers. The paint.
No, that's just tape. Inside the door.
Oh, look at that.
Completely shiny stuff.
Yeah.
Who's that? Yeah. So, and it took a layer of red off too. Like that's not your red, I don't think. So.
No.
So someone must have painted inside the door, which is funny. That's good looking paint. I'm surprised they painted all the way up there, but.
Yeah. Looks pretty good, really.
Yeah.
Jigsaw puzzle put together though. You find some nuts for that?
Yeah. Better go pay my dues to the Snap-on man. That's why you stay off the Snap-on truck. Those are pretty nice looking. I'm probably gonna buy another set when they come on sale for at home. All right. Throw on the other light now. I've had these parts forever. I only checked the one. This one's got chrome around them. Alright, I can't really catch a break with this. I'm trying to put the front end together. I bought new lights and mirrors and stuff like that a handful of months ago. Well, they sent me one with trim around it and one without. And I can't return it now because it's been more than 30 days. So, I've ordered another light. I'm going to throw on the mirrors and the window eyelashes. This is funny. Look at the hardware they give you for these mirrors. They give you these little plastic plugs to stick in the door, and then these big ass screws to just have sticking out of the door into the mirror. So I already put the other side on, and I saw that. So when I went to lunch, I bought these a little bit better. Yeah, these parts, they aren't too crazy. I think what the lights were like $130. These were like $40 a piece or something like that. So it's you can spend a little bit of money and really make her shine and pop again, rather than put old parts back on it. So yeah, this is really nice. And also, I question the color on pretty much everything I do, and then as soon as stuff starts going on it and you break it up a little bit, it's not so bad. I don't know if I said this on camera, but someone painted the inside of the doors, and I scuffed it all, and I can't remember, I didn't prime it, I just scuffed it and jammed everything and taped it off. Well, when I peeled the tape off, it peeled it off right down to the old paint. So when the original guy painted it, that side won't open now, he didn't sand inside the doors at all. So now I get the treat of having to repaint inside the doors because my tape peeled it off right down. Look at it. It's like the day it left the factory in there. It's just perfectly shiny. So that's frustrating. Another strip up there. But what do you do? Not too much. Can't do too much. And it did it on both sides too. So yeah, awesome. Lucky me. My other headlight came in finally. So this might be the easiest grill to install going, and I shouldn't say that because my luck now that it's all aftermarket, it's installed. There's 2 tabs on each side that click into the headlights. Looks like there's a filler piece that goes here. We'll have to find that. I'm gonna just guess myself because I closely work so. My uncle, my cousin, Ernie, and my dad helped me lift that box on. I just completely gapped to hit record, even though I planned to. But anyways, box is on, and I'm going to throw some wheels and tires on it. I actually don't mind the Steelies. I think that's from watching Puddin's Fab Shop. He just throws Steelies on everything, so I don't mind it. But because we're not lowering it or jacking it up or whatever, it's just kind of a stock truck. We decided to throw some mags on it. So we got some American Racing Bajas. I think they're 17-inch, which is a nice aggressive tire. Just so it looks like a nice little tower. So we'll throw these on. I think it's gonna make it pop, bring her to life a little bit more. It's actually tire too, so see what that does. Look good all put together, that's for sure.